Hello, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. This is Mrs. Winnicky. Welcome to my somewhat messy desk. Today, we're going to be talking about the elements of art, and in particular, we're going to be talking about line and form. So, these are the elements of art. These are the things that you put together in order to make a piece of artwork, to make a picture. So, we have line, we have shape and form. Shape is two-dimensional, form is three-dimensional. We have color, texture. Texture is the way something feels. So it could either be the way something feels in real life, like my desk feels kind of sharp right there, jagged because there's cracks in the wood, or it can be implied texture, which is what we're going to talk about today, where you use line to show how something might feel. Space shows the distance between things, and value is like shading light to dark. So what I want you to do is I want you to get a piece of paper. Any type of paper is fine, but blank paper of some sort will work better for this because you're going to be drawing lots of lines on it. So if you use line paper, they might get in the way. And I want you to make 9 boxes or rectangles or circles or ovals. It doesn't matter. You're just going to make 9 spaces where you can put in some implied texture. So we're going to be using lines to make it look like there's some sort of feeling on the paper where if you rubbed over it, you could tell that there was a texture to it. So I labeled some so I didn't forget what I was doing. So in this first one, I'm going to use lines to draw what I think might feel like smooth, might feel like. So you might agree with this. You might not agree with this, and I'm just using a pen. You can use a pencil, you can use a marker, whatever you'd like. Smooth. So I'm just doing straight lines. I could have gone across horizontally too. Either way, I think I would have gotten the point across. Bumpy. When I think bumpy, I think of like a fuzzy sweater or maybe even like a carpet. So for bumpy, and yes, these are still lines. I'm just making like an upside down U shape here. Okay, and I would just fill that all the way to the top, but you don't need to watch me do that. And then the last one that I have labeled is sharp or jagged. So maybe I'm going to do 2 different interpretations of it. So just kind of jagged. Use some zigzags. I want something with a sharp corner to it. That's what I think of when I think of something that's jagged, sharp. And you don't have to make the lines like all be perfectly parallel to each other or anything. Just go with it. And then like sharp, maybe I'll just do something that's like more intense. This didn't have to be 2 different textures in here. I just decided, why not? I could probably make those pointier. Okay, but I think you get the idea. So now you need to think, you can do different ones than these 3. You can think of all 9 new ones, or you can use smooth, bumpy, and jagged. And then for these 6, you think of your own texture. So the way something would feel, write that down here, and then think of what type of line you would use to show that texture. And then I want you to go back and I want you to color in your 9 boxes with whatever you got. Just make sure that if you use markers or something, if I use markers on this, since I used a regular pen, it's going to make it smear. So I'd probably use crayons or colored pencils if I used a regular pen. Okay? So have fun